Good morning. This is Mark Moses here on Sports Radio 1400 WKAV, and I was watching volleyball. No, just joking. Let's get the show started.
It's Moses in the Mornings, right here on Sports Radio 1400 WKAV.
7:09 here on a Monday morning, December 27th. It's the Morning Madhouse, the Mark Moses Show. I've been waiting 2 days to make that joke. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I apologize. I could not wait to make that joke. Because I know yesterday you enjoyed some football. There's even a college bowl game, the Pizza Bowl, on last night. There was even that last night. Yet NBA basketball all on Christmas Day, even had that Cowboys debacle, and we're going to talk about that as well today. Redskins play spoiler. High school basketball tournaments are going to be starting today, tomorrow, the next couple of days. Locally, we'll talk about that a little. I know women's basketball, they'll be hosting a tournament as well at JPJ tomorrow. We'll get to that as well. So I'm watching volleyball. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Hey, I hope everyone had a nice holiday weekend with Christmas on Saturday. And I know a lot of people are probably stuck somewhere in the snow trying to get back to Charlottesville or Elmore County or wherever else you listen to me right now. And I hope everyone drives safely trying to get back to work or whatever else you're doing right now. I know school's not in session, so the kids are still in La La Land having a great time. But yeah, this is the morning show here on Sports Radio 1400. Phone lines are always open, 434-817-7627. You can also email the show at sportsradio1400@wkv.com. And we're on Twitter and Facebook as well. Redskins play spoiler yesterday. They won in Jacksonville 20-17 in overtime, playing some defense. Picking the ball off in overtime, hitting the field goal to win it, and destroying the hopes of the Jaguars, who were in great shape to try to win the division, and then that went down the toilet. And then the Redskins will now host New York on Sunday, trying to play spoiler. And you know what's funny about the Redskins? And I'll start with that. What's funny about the Redskins is they can finish up 7-9 on this season if they can get a win and spoil the season-ending, game for the Giants. And you talk about momentum for next year. If this team, with everything that it went through this year, could finish 7-9, that's not bad. Really, honestly, that is not bad. Where you don't know, the quarterback, okay, it's Tom McNabb, we try to get rid of him. He's got his own radio show ripping the organization. Now there was a report yesterday that he wants his release at the end of the year so he can, screw up another organization. Yeah, I said it, okay? Let him go to Arizona or Minnesota next year. Yeah, have fun. Do you like Grossman as the quarterback? He didn't do much yesterday, but he didn't lose the game. Hell, they didn't even need him in overtime. Pick off, field goal, game over. They win. That was a big one. And yesterday was all about playoff seeding as well. It was playoff seeding Sunday. You're like, all right, if this team wins, then if the Comet happens, and if I get a date with Wonder Woman, and then if this happens, it was just something like that. Okay, if they win, they lose. If you win, it was like, it was exciting. And it goes back to my point where it's like with college football, where you're like, oh, we don't need playoffs. And yesterday really showed you playoffs are exciting. And seeding, and this was so funny, even seeding in a playoff system is exciting. If your team is in it, and you're like, okay, if we win and this team loses, we'll get the bye. But if we don't, we're going to have to play this team in the first round. And then we got to do this. It's exciting. Or you could see FIU come back and beat Toledo in the Pizza Bowl in Detroit. And that's it. And you talk about that. That's a prime example of here in Charlottesville with the UVA football team. We are like, look, Toledo and FIU are playing in a bowl game, but Virginia can't get to one. That's why Al Groh had to go. And that's why Mike London, okay, you get a free pass this year. Next year, you better get us to a bowl game. Because if FIU and Toledo can go to a game, come on, can Virginia go to a game? I know I'm not alone in this. You're like, Mark, you're alone. Yes, this is the morning show. We're going to have a good show today. Playoff. Then you got Tuesday Night Football. And I said about 3 months ago, football should not be played on Tuesdays. But they had a horrible blizzard in Philadelphia. Hell, it still could be going on right now. So they're going to be playing Minnesota and Philly are going to be playing on Tuesday Night Football. After tonight's game, which I was talking to my boy Aaron yesterday, he's like, oh, I know there's probably not going to be a good game. No, there is a good game tonight. Atlanta and New Orleans, and we'll talk about that. Then Tuesday, you're going to have Philly hosting Minnesota, and you talk about the Vikings. They had to play in Detroit because the roof collapsed 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Football. It got switched Sunday to Monday. They lost that game. So funny. And then they said the stadium wasn't ready, so they had to play Monday Night Football at an outdoor stadium, first time since 81, at the University of Minnesota. Lost that game. Now, their game that was originally supposed to be played at 1 o'clock, then flexed to the Sunday night game, is postponed until Tuesday because another snowstorm. And what they say, they haven't played on a Sunday since like week 13. And they've lost all of them. Maybe Brett Favre could be ready for the hell with him. I just forget it with him, okay? It's just insane. Now you're going to play Tuesday Night Football. And now everyone's ripping the mayor and the NFL. Oh, why didn't you play this game? Have you ever been in a snowstorm game? Do you understand how hard it is to get to the stadium? We have people here problems in Albemarle County trying to drive their kids to school 3 blocks in the snow. Now imagine if 70,000 people are trying to go to a stadium downtown in traffic. They're going to play that game on Tuesday. Okay, and it's going to be Tuesday night, Michael Vick night. That will be must-see TV as he's going to shred Minnesota. And then if you saw the game yesterday, Green Bay destroyed the Giants. Just destroyed them. And Tom Coughlin is just running out of challenge flags. You can't challenge every play. And then I was watching the review of the game, like, oh, well, he should have done this. I mean, look, they lost big time. It wouldn't have mattered. One challenge play was not going to change it. They put up 45, the Packers, and they smoked them. And I also want to say thank you, CBS local affiliate, for not showing Baltimore yesterday. Because you know what? I can't watch Baltimore play Cleveland 5 times a year. I can't watch that game over and over again. I can't watch Eric Mangini lose it for the Browns every single Sunday. I can't watch that game over and over again. He has to go. I know this morning Mike Singletary is gone after Troy Smith tried to yell and punch him out yesterday in the game, which I bet you a lot of Niners fans were rooting for Troy Smith to punch out Mike Singletary. He's gone. He's the first to go. I think Tom Coughlin's going to get fired if they don't make the playoffs. Ever since they beat New England in the Super Bowl, they've not been the same team. I think he's got to go. Eric Mangini and the Browns, you got to go. And you know, it was funny yesterday. This is what I loved. This is what I love about this season. Tampa Bay, what was the score of that game yesterday? They shredded, as I'm using my verbs and adjectives this morning, they've shredded Seattle 38-15. 38-15. And Seattle has a better chance of making the playoffs going into Week 17 than Tampa Bay does. Tampa Bay is going to win 10 games probably, not make the playoffs. And Seattle could go 8-8, make the playoffs. Host a first-round game as well. But then you're like, how's Tampa Bay a better team? You know why. Why is everyone in the NFC South good this year? Because they played the NFC West and everyone beat them. I don't think they lost a game. Wow, this is a great season. NBA on Christmas Day, I watched it all day. I don't care. Everyone else can hate on the NBA. I watched it. I thought it was awesome. Seeing LeBron James destroy Kobe and see all those Laker fans and their fair weather movie star fans crying on Christmas Day, that was a late gift for me. That was awesome. And now LeBron and Wade look great. And then they go, and then this was the shocker of the weekend. I don't care, whatever you say, this is the shocker. The Big Mama House 3 play of the game. Big Mama House 3? That is going to be a movie? They're going to make a trilogy of Big Mama House. 3 movies. Now his son shows up, and it's going to be Big Mama House. 3. That's a trilogy. Star Wars trilogy. Matrix trilogy. Big Mama's House trilogy. How many people are that stupid in that town to not realize it's Martin Lawrence? Those criminals should go to jail. If you mistake Martin Lawrence for a grandma, you should go to jail. Big Mama House 3. I am there. Hey, this is the morning show. He's like, I thought we were going to... There's a guy driving on 250 right now. I thought he was going to talk about the football games yesterday. Why is he talking about Martin Lawrence movies? Oh, I'll get to also. You know what, 752? I'm going to go over the worst movies I've seen this year. And it's going to be a Sylvester Stallone, Ivan Drago, Rocky IV bout for the title, as I saw the 2 worst films of the year this past week. If he dies, he dies. Coming up, we'll have Sonny Randall. He'll go over some scores, tell you what's going on tonight. Big Monday Night Football game tonight. I am there. No sleep tonight, baby. Right here on the morning show. Good morning. 4 minutes, Sonny Randall.